with more breaking news on 13 Action News. We have talked about at the top of the show that the family patriarch of the Jackson family, Joe Jackson, has passed away at 89. John Katsilometes from the Review-Journal joins us on set to talk a little bit about it before we get to our regular segment. Obviously, Joe Jackson lived here for a very long time, seen him around town, and he died because he had a battle with cancer.
Yes, exactly. He had a recent battle with a very serious form of pancreatic cancer, and most of his family, and including his wife, Catherine, now widow Catherine, were with him when he did pass away. Joe Jackson was frequently seen around Las Vegas. I saw him a few times in Las Vegas. I was just talking to some friends who remember seeing him at places like the Shark Club over the years and the Riviera's Bistro Lounge. I saw him at Red Rock a couple of times and at Tivoli Village, and he was part of the community, you know, and certainly one of the big figures in the history of contemporary music, especially the Motown sound.
Yeah, and I was even looking at your column, and I noticed he has that star over the Brennan theaters too, and that was just after what? This Is It.
This Is It, the movie premiere, the film premiere here in Las Vegas in 2009, a few months after Michael Jackson died. He was at that. And you know, if you talk about some of the great architects of contemporary music, if you look at R&B music, you've got Berry Gordy from Motown, you got Quincy Jones, the great producer, and you've got Joe Jackson, who built the Jackson 5, and Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson were all part of that family, 11 kids, and he had, you know, made a serious impact with that family. And I know that the Jackson 5 did perform in Las Vegas. I was looking back at their history here in 1974 at the old MGM, and sold that place out for multiple dates. Right. And so they go back to that era. And of course, Michael Jackson's legacy lives on, and Michael Jackson won at Mandalay Bay, so it's still being felt. Yeah,
it still is. And I remember when the Jacksons recently, what was it, about 3 years ago, came back to Planet Hollywood to do that show.
Yeah.
I don't know if Joe Jackson was involved in that much. It was mostly the son.
He was not part of that deal. That was a Spy Entertainment production under the Rocktails of Cocktails brand, and they were bringing in different artists. Meatloaf was one of them, to perform, and they were a Planet Hollywood showroom, and Joe was around the scene, but he didn't have anything to do with the actual deal making, but he was part of the family unit at that point with the brothers, including Jermaine at that time.
And we do have such a connection to Las Vegas, you know, like we said, Joe Jackson lived here, and Michael came and lived here, here and there, kind of spread out. What do you think the draw is to Las Vegas for some of these, you know, high-profile celebrities? Is it to kind of get away from the LA scene?
Convenience and opportunity. You know, those are the two big ones. Michael Jackson was recording at the Palms, at the studio at the Palms, which is it's a great facility, and you can also get in and out of there and under the guise, you know, under the darkness. And he liked that, and he was talking about doing a stage show in Las Vegas for a period of time. We used to have sightings of Michael Jackson at the Turnberry Place, at the Sterling Club, talking there. And Joe Jackson was known to be pitching an idea for a Jackson Center at the Commercial Center in the early and mid-90s, where it was going to be the Jackson family was going to run a rehearsal studio, a performance place, and take over one of the corners of the Commercial Center for years. And he was talking to entertainers in town about that. Nothing ever came of it, but they were interested in Las Vegas for a number of reasons.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit more in our segment about some other key people that have passed away this week. It's not been a good week when it comes to death here in Las Vegas with some of the celebrities that we have here in our town. So we'll get back with Katz about that. But again, Joe Jackson died this morning. He was 89 years old. Let's get over to Justin now with the weather.